Up next, we have Francis Mars. He's the creator of Chain Duel, and he's here to talk to you about gamifying adoption. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, Ben. Testing? Is this working? Can you hear me? Okay, guys. Welcome to my talk. Thank you for coming. My name is Francis Mars. I am the software engineer, the creator of Chain Duel. Today, we are here to talk about Chain Duel gamifying adoption. We are going to go through the history of Chain Duel and some of the features that I believe are the most relevant for the success of Chain Duel and why we are able to reach and penetrate different communities around the world. So Bitcoin, I'm sure we are all here because we love Bitcoin. And if you see this image here, it's a representation of my own setup that I have at home. I run Bitcoin Core. I have running Lightning Network Daemon, and I run LNbits with the LNURL pay and withdraw extensions. So this is like the perfect digital payments solution, right? It's Bitcoin with Lightning, with LNURL, maybe soon Bolt 12, we'll see. But how do we turn this concept abstract of Bitcoin, of software, into something real, something that we as humans can relate, something that unites a community, like this beautiful image. It was in the end of a Chain Duel tournament that we do in every conference. And you can see here two players, the winner and the second place, that they just met for the tournament and having these beautiful moments after the tournament was finished. So Chain Duel is a competitive Lightning video game. We are set up downstairs at the lobby. It's two players deposit sets. They both play a kind of snake game, and then the winner gets to withdraw the sets. And how do we turn a Bitcoin app into something that is not only enticing for people to use their Bitcoin? You know, most people prefer to hodl and just save on a hardware wallet. How do we make it attractive for people to always carry a Lightning wallet, to want to use Bitcoin, to want to spread the knowledge and their passion with the other people? Well, what we did in Chain Duel, and I believe it works very well for Bitcoin apps. First of all, we are using the tech. So there's all this open source software. There's the Bitcoin Core, Lightning Network Daemon. There's the Ride the Lightning, LNbits. All of this is open source software that we are using, that people are building. And by using the stack that other people develop, you are testing it and improving it. So it's all important. It's a circular industry that we all benefit each other by using each other's software. And how do we make sure that the new users are going to understand the shift of paradigm that is Bitcoin, with the new terms, with the new specificalities that in fiat they don't exist? Well, we can make references, we can make themes. Like if you can see, I don't know if I have a little, yes. You can see on the bottom of the video game, that's very small, sorry. It's the information about the latest block. For example, so every time you are playing the video game, you are seeing the information regarding the size, the number of transactions, how long ago it was, what's the fee, the mining fee. And the top, you can see it's the points of the game. It's an analogy of a lightning channel. As players take sats from each other, the channel moves around. And so we can teach new users how the Lightning liquidity works, how Lightning channels work. And all across different menus, there's always reference, like the Merkle tree, it's the tournament bracket, or the ledger, it's the high scores. So we can try to educate users on the jargon while entertaining them. And of course, in Bitcoin, most of the software is open source. It's important to be able to verify that the code is doing what you said. In my case, people say that I hard-coded the reward, the food in the game. So people can just verify that, no, everything is fair. And that leads me to my next point. Like, one of the things that I believe that Bitcoiners can identify is with game theory. So Bitcoin is a perfect example of game theory, with a reward mechanism, with the penalties if miners are not cooperating. And I believe Chain Duel is a good personification of game theory, because it's a video game for two people. They are competing with each other. The game is fair, is competitive. It's zero sum. There's risk and reward. So there's a Nash equilibrium on the game. Both players know what is the if they are good, what is the optimal move, They can know what to expect from the adversary. So this is like a kind of, it's like chess or these kind of games that, because they are predefined and they are fair, it become more competitive. And this is one of the properties of game theory that I believe it applies very well to Bitcoin. Another way to increase adoption, to make people use their sats, it's creating different use cases. So let's not give the incentive for people just to have their sats in the hardware wallets. We have to create different ways of people to interact with Bitcoin. And we think at ChainDuel, we try to make it, for example, the first image, it's the lightning split. So it's a concept of, by Gigi, the lightning prisms. And every time a player deposits sats on the game, it automatically is distributed between me, I'm the developer, the host, and the designer. So the designer, Pedro, is designing all these images that you see on the game. And so the second image is the main menu, where both players register for the video game. And both players, you scan the QR code, and because it's using LNURL, it allows you to send a note attached to the payment with your name for the video game. So the moment you scan this, you send a payment with your name, it instantly automatically updates on the video game. And this is a very cool experience, not only for no-coiners that can see the way money moves instantaneously in Lightning, but also for shitcoiners that they are not used to this kind of technology. In other coins, you cannot have instant payments like in Lightning. So this is very interesting to this use case. The third image is the tournament mode. When a player uses the QR code on the third image to deposit, they automatically are attributed a place on the bracket. So this is another use case that is very interesting, very fun to see people interacting with the QR code, and they get the location, and they're like trying to see where they are. And by the way, we have 2 tournaments today. We have a tournament at 2:10 p.m. in the gaming area, and we have another tournament at 4:20, also in the same place. 32 players will compete, and the best 8 players qualify for coming here in this stage tomorrow at lunchtime, 12, for the final. The winner will get 1 million sats, and the second place will get a Beatbox 02, sponsored by Beatbox. Thank you, Beatbox, for supporting the game. And the last image is just the withdrawal process in the end of the game. It's in this case it's blurred, so the player has time to get his Lightning wallet and scan the QR code. When he's ready, he just presses the button and it unblurs the QR code, and it allows the players to withdraw. So what have we been doing? Why did we do this? For us, it's all about adoption of Bitcoin. We love Bitcoin. We are not video game developers. And we thought that entertainment is one of the best ways to make people really want to be engaged in the technology. And this image, you can see it was in Madeira, in the Bitcoin Atlantis. And you see not only the amount of people, but there's children, and you might know the faces of some of them. And while we are having fun, we are learning about Bitcoin. I think that's also one of the plus of this video game. This is in Roatan, in the academy, in the Amity Age Academy. They also have a permanent ChainDuel activation there, and you see like many people go there. They have fun. They play the game. They get some sats. Many children, the first sats they received was through ChainDuel, so it's very rewarding for me to see this. And this image, you can see it, even the television is on the floor. This is in Berlin, El Salvador. And they make some meetups there, some gatherings, some Bitcoin gatherings, and they also use ChainDuel. This is the students of Cuba Plus. It's an educational initiative in El Salvador to train the next generation of software protocol developers. And they also enjoy having ChainDuel to meet up and gather and make like bonding of communities. Another impact that I believe ChainDuel had on Bitcoin, not only by making people use Bitcoin and learn more about the technology and also the culture, I believe ChainDuel has the impact to be a testing ground for Bitcoin applications. In this case, specifically Lightning wallets, as we use LNURL, withdraw and pay, and Lightning addresses. So the different wallets have to make sure the protocol is well implemented and it's interoperable with all the other wallets. And because I've been all around the world, I've been doing ChainDuel for 18 months right now. I've been to every major Bitcoin conference, and I'm in the ground asking people, what's your Lightning wallet? Let's try it with this video game. And I personally see how different Lightning wallets that I never even heard of them before because different countries are using different softwares. And the implementations that they do often are not completed, are not completely correct according to the specification. And having these kind of products that make people come and try it out with their own Bitcoin, it provides a testing ground for Lightning wallets, and we can provide feedback to these wallets, and they can increase, they can improve. For example, you can see this on the right, this image here. This is a pull request by in the Blink repository. That because of Duel, they even tag us there in the pull request. Because of us, it came to their attention that when you scan a QR code, the minimum amount, it should be automatically filled on the payment instead of forcing users to have to go there and write it by hand each time is not a very good user experience. So we raise awareness to them, and they fix the software because of this. But many other wallets didn't respond yet, especially for us that we send the payment. When we send the payment, we can send a note with the name of the player. And many wallets don't allow for this. They didn't implement this feature. So there's always different way. The software reacts always in different ways. So it's very interesting to see. And now with the Noster mode that we developed more recently, we are even testing further, even more cutting-edge software that is even less interoperable. In this case, the way it works is that you zap instead of sending an LNURL payment, you zap the game. But this, you have to scan the QR code, and we are the first people, I believe, in Noster that are scanning Noster events to open the Lightning app, the Noster app. So it only works for a very few people. And then the event propagation in Noster, when you sign and propagate an event to a relay, it doesn't guarantee that all the relays are going to see the information. So there's also problems with this. And also, not every Noster client allows to zap. And even less Noster clients allow to anonymously zap. So by having this kind of use cases, by introducing new features, new products, new softwares in Bitcoin, we can make sure that the entire industry is working correctly by making the users use the technology instead of just hodling. That was not supposed to be there. So another thing that we are doing very well with Duel is by uniting communities. We make team building exercises. We bring people together. This is the team of Bitrefill. So they went to the Amity Age Academy and they made a team bonding exercise that they all played Duel together. You see the amount of people here, and from what I heard, it worked very well. And we can also see here the Node Runners community. They are this maximalist Bitcoin community in Benelux, and all of them are really extreme Bitcoiners. They all run their own node. They all have a Lightning node. They all have a Zeus wallet connected to their node at home. So it was a pleasure to all of them came at the same time to play a tournament, and it was a pleasure to see so many users that are very proficient with Bitcoin and they really love the technology and are really pushing forward the adoption. So this is the kind of communities we want to partner with and to make it a very positive feedback loop. So now I was telling you, now with Noster, we can even have a social proof that the video games are happening. For example, you can see on the left, so in Noster, for the people that don't know, in Noster there's Zaps, which is a signed payment. It's signed by both parties, the sender and the receiver, that the payment publicly happened. So in this case, you see Gigi, he zapped the posts, and there's no repudiation. It was Gigi, and he can never deny that it was him because he signed with his private key that he was paying for this video game. And other than allowing for the identity, the public identity, that then you cannot fake it. So it will be very good for rankings and professional competitive match. It's also sociable because when you share something on Noster, everybody can see it, and then people can like, can zap, can react, can comment, and we can tag the players that won and lost. So it increases the social component of the video game and the reach for the community. So Duel, it's just me and Pedro, the designer. We don't have any sponsors. We don't have any grants. We don't have any investment. It was all done from our own pocket on our own time. And the only reason Duel exists right now, it's because of support of the amazing community of Bitcoiners that all around the world. So as you can see, we have been invited to go to all the major Bitcoin conferences in the world. So, and the conferences are always very supportive. They know that this is open source. We are here for education. We are here for adoption. So conferences invite us to come and to provide entertainment, provide education for the users and the attendees of the conferences. So as you can see, I believe we have been in the biggest conferences in the world of Bitcoin. And so we also make the tournaments, and we give very nice prizes for the tournaments. And this is all thanks to our sponsors. Big Box is the sponsor of the Plan B Forum 2024 for Chain Duel, and past sponsors Pirate Hash and Relay. Without them, the conferences, the users, and the sponsors, Chain Duel would not be possible. So I'm really grateful for the support of the community. And also collaborations, like I was telling you, we have the Amity Age Academy 24-hour permanent activation. The Node Runners just built an arcade machine that they have in the Netherlands. And the Bitcoin Film Fest, we made a very cool tournament in the screen, the cinema screen. It was really nice. So what's the future of Chain Duel? Like I told you, we don't have any investment, we don't have any grants. It's a bit hard to do it out of pocket. We are open for, if somebody wants to approach us, we are open to discuss. This is our plans for the future, if everything goes well. We already have the Nostra mode, peer-to-peer. We want to make it on tournament mode as well. And then we want to scale. We want to implement an online mode. Right now, the video game it's only possible if you have your adversary right next to you. So I will implement an online mode that you can challenge people all around the world to play against you if the internet allows it. And then online tournaments. Nostra social ranking, like I was telling, the identity property of Nostra is very good for non-repudiation of games, so it's very good for a social ranking. Teams mode, I want to make a teams mode where teams can compete in leagues, and even not only single game peer-to-peer, but maybe 2 against 2, and we'll see how it goes. I think that will be very interesting. And of course, broadcasting, distributing, marketing, making a mobile app. We have a plan for the next 5 years with the video game. And yes, this was my talk. Thank you very much. My name is Francis Mars. And please follow Chain Duel. And come downstairs at 2:10 and at 4:20 for the tournament.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any quick questions by any chance? We do have time for a couple of questions if anybody has them.
You, the random man in the audience.
Yes. Super interesting, the online mode. How do you deal with regulation with something that implements a form of payment in different countries?
So for now, Chain Duel is more like a pet project. It didn't scale. That's one of the reasons we didn't scale yet. We are still researching what is the best way to proceed with this. Different countries have different regulations. Of course, we would like to start with El Salvador because the adoption there, it allows us to try to introduce Chain Duel to more people with less concerns, and then spread and see country by country what would be the approach, the best approach, of course. We don't want to break any rules. Thank you.
If that's it, yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Give one more big round of
2:10
applause.
p.m.